I'm just giving myself a stretch. Hello everyone, welcome to Fatema's Art Show. Today I am going to share with you my art story, and because my art story is really long and I don't want to bore you, what I've decided to do is split my story into two, so between sort of early years to about college, and then college onwards what I did. So so let's start with the beginning. I started kind of, maybe, I don't remember this of course, but I do think that I did have an interest in art from a very, very young age. And I mean, I didn't realize this, but when I kind of left primary school, they handed me all this work that I had done from like year 2, year 3. And I was kind of amazed. I was like, whoa, did I really do any of this? And it was kind of a nice surprise. And believe it or not, I kept hold of some of the work that I actually got from primary school, and I still have it now. Okay, that's really weird, but I have kept hold of it. So here is one of the pieces. There are so many pieces, but this is one of the pieces I did. These are my drawings. That's a rocket I drew, and that's, I don't know what that is, hot air balloons. And I wrote here my writing, and they gave me a tick. And if you look at the back, it says spring 1993 on the back. So spring 1993, I did this drawing, and I have so many of them, but I'm not going to show all of them. I just thought I'll show that one just to kind of show you that I did have an interest in art from a very young age. So like, sort of early primary school. Then I moved on to like sort of late-ish primary school, sort of it was around year 5, 6, 7. And would you believe it? I remember telling my brother to help me with my art homework, because my brother is very artistic, and I guess art does run in my family because a few of my sisters are very artistic as well. So art does run in my family. But would you believe it? I used to tell him, can you please do my homework? Please, I need help. And I used to get him to do it for me, and or help me do it. And then afterwards, it all changed from then. And I'll tell you when it changed, when the spark sort of happened. And that was when I won a calendar competition. I couldn't believe it. It was an art calendar competition. And they had told everyone to do a drawing. And then the winner was gonna, be in the calendar. And I remember being so excited. And what had happened, actually I remember this, what had happened, I had actually forgotten to submit anything. Even though I was excited to do something, I had forgotten. I remember my teacher saying to me, the deadline's coming, you've got to get your drawings in. They were going to collect everything. And I took a piece of paper and I drew a quick drawing, which I thought wasn't great, but I was like, look, I just want to get it in, maybe I'll win, maybe I'll be the winner. And then I did a quick sketch. And I remember giving it to the teacher, and then the teacher was like, okay, great. She took them all in. And then when they were going to announce the winner, it was basically the whole year group. So the calendar was, actually, let me just show you it. Would you believe it? I still have it. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the calendar. This was the calendar of 1995. That's the front of the calendar. And then, yeah, so where am I? Let me find my one. Let me find my page. Okay, so this is my drawing. This is my drawing of boys playing football. And this was done in 1995. And I still kept on to it. I mean, it's really weird because the stuff like from high school onwards, I threw so much away, because with art you accumulate so much, and so I chucked most of it away. But surprisingly, I kept a lot of stuff from primary school and stuff, because I guess they were just kind of papers that I just kept in a folder and then just moved, kept hold of them as I kind of progressed from home to home. I just kind of kept onto them. So yeah, so that was the thing. And so after this, I was like, what? I'm actually good at this. I'm actually good at art. I'm actually, you know, I could actually do art. And I was just so surprised with myself. And it just shows that when you do these little incentives in schools, when the teachers do these little incentives and they say, oh, if you do this, you're going to be the winner. And, you know, it kind of brings excitement and joy to the children. And so I remember being so happy to have won. Anyway, so that's how it started. I just wanted to kind of focus on that with you lot, because that is how it started. And then after that, I carried on to kind of really love art. I remember going to the art room, and I remember we had these powdery sort of paints that we had to mix with water. I remember having to mix them. Every time they said, oh, today we're going to be doing art, I would be like, yay, today we're going to be doing art. I used to be so excited to have an art lesson, go to the art room, and I used to do so much artwork, and I used to really enjoy it. And I used to kind of imagine things that I could make with art. Oh, maybe I can make a car, and maybe I can drive it. Maybe I can do this, and maybe I can do that. And I don't know, that's why I love doing the kids episodes with my children, because it kind of brings that creative flow alive, and it makes them think, oh, okay, you know, you can create things, you can make things, and it kind of brings back my kind of childhood and my love for art, starting from the very beginning, and making me feel like, you know, so I love doing that with the kids, because I enjoyed doing it as a kid. And then moving on, what did I do after primary? So yeah, after primary, I did my, I didn't do my GCSE straight away. I actually did sort of the beginning, early years of high school. And again, art was a constant. I had a constant love for art, and that only grew. So when it was time for me to do my GCSEs, I was like, definitely 100%, I'm gonna choose art. I had to choose another subject, of course, so I chose textiles, which is another very creative course, and you can, you know, make lots of things and sew things, and I love the idea of creating things. So textiles was a big tick for me, and so I did those two courses, and I absolutely loved them. A lot of my work from high school, I kind of because what I was doing, I was working big. So when people in my class, when the students in my class were, you know, giving in the normal standard black sketchbook, I was bringing to the class a large chunky sketchbook with a cover, and I used to do the cover. I remember I used to sit down, I used to take some cardboard, and I would do the cover, and doing the cover of the sketchbook got me excited to do the sketchbook. So it didn't become a boring task, it became something really amazing. And I was like, okay, this is the cover, so this is what I'm gonna do. And I used to like write in each page what I'm gonna be doing inside each page. So this page I'm going to be doing my artist research, this page I'm going to be doing this page I'm going to be doing that, and I used to just write each page what I'm going to be doing. And then afterwards, slowly but surely, I would do experimentations, I would do work, different types of work in my sketchbook, and I would just kind of put it all together in this book. And this book meant so much to me. I remember the sketchbook being something that really meant something to me, and I used to bring it and I used to say, okay, this is my sketchbook. And it was very different from everyone else's, and I felt really amazing, you know, after doing a sketchbook, which not a lot of art students can say that, because a lot of art students find it to be quite a boring task. But for me, it was not a boring task. It was something really special to me, and it made me kind of love the art piece, the last art piece I was going to do, the final art piece, because it made me understand why I'm doing the final art piece, for what reason. So it kind of brought more meaning to my final end product. And I remember my last project, it was about the inside of the human body, or whatever you can interpret inside, the word inside. They used to give us a word, so they would give us a particular word, and then we would have to do our whole sketchbook, our whole scheme of work based on that one word. And I remember, we used to have to wait. What is the word going to be? What is the word going to be? And I remember that, like I said, the last one was inside, and it was like, inside what? What are we doing inside what? Inside the human body, inside the ground, inside, you know, what are we doing inside? And then you can interpret that word in any way you want. You can do that. And it was just very exciting for me to have something quite, you know, challenging. And of course, I always wanted to create something very different from everyone else. I wanted to stand out. I didn't want to be the average person, normal person. I still kind of don't, like as an adult now. I don't want to be just a regular person in the world doing a normal job. I want to stand out. I want to be somebody. I want to put a stamp on this world. And yeah, and so I think those two things kind of go side to side. So yeah, so that's high school. I think I have some stuff from high school I wanted to show you. I don't have much. Let me just show you here. I have this photo, which was boots I made. Using cardboard and let's see. So this was also something I made in high school, which was an Egyptian kind of style dress, which I sewed myself. I did it the kind of the proper way by using the pattern and really focused on it. And I wrote my name in hieroglyphic, sort of, so I found out what it meant, and kind of, I hope I did it right, I'm not sure. But yeah, and I remember doing a large sketchbook where I used, I think it was coffee or tea to make each page sort of look old fashioned. And then I remember burning parts of the pages as well. Obviously, if you are going to do that, do that. Be very careful, because you know, it can be dangerous, but do it in a safe place. So I did. So I remember doing it in the garden, just lighting up part of the pages around the surroundings, making it kind of look like an old sort of hieroglyphic sort of Egyptian thing. So yeah, I did a whole sketchbook to do with this. I don't have the sketchbook because I got rid of it. And I also made a bag with this, which I have somewhere. Don't know where it is. Surprisingly, I'm surprised I've even kept this, but yeah. Also, I made a hat. I can't believe I still have the hat. And I use lots of different kind of techniques with it. So partly sewing, partly printing. Here we've got tie and dye, which I show you how to do in one of my episodes. It's a reversible hat. So I did batik on this side as well. So yeah, let me wear it. No, I just look silly. Okay, let's take it off. Yes, so that was high school. Moved on to college. Actually, I might stop now because college is another kind of world. I know I was probably going to tell you, I told you I might go up to college, but I think I'm going to stop and continue from college to uni in two separate, in another episode. So look forward to part 2, where I share with you my college and my uni experience and what I did and what continued, what made me continue my love for art. So yes, okay then, I just want to thank you for watching. I hope this episode wasn't too long for you, and I hope you enjoyed it and maybe gave you some ideas or something, or made you kind of understand me or relate to me in some way. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care and bye bye.